Alright, so in this video I want to go over a quick way to get the paint flags back into your save file. A few things to note firstly. You might have heard you need certain achievements to run the game if you are a reader and a good listener. This isn't entirely true. All you actually need are those paint flags, which unlock those two achievements. Free actually is another one with Fire Researcher. The paint flags unlock the achievement, but it is possible to have the achievement and not have the paint flag. So we're going to specifically set the paint flags here, just to be sure everything works. Another thing would be that save files are linked to your Steam ID, so we can't just give you one. You have to make your own save file, but once you've got it set up, it'll work pretty much anywhere. Related to that also, save files only work on the version they were created or above. You can't go downwards. So right now I've downgraded the game to version 226, which is pretty much the oldest one we'd ever use in speedrun. So I can create a file here that'll work on all versions. And last thing would be that we are going to be using Cheat Engine in this. It is completely safe. Talos doesn't use that. You won't get banned. But if you don't trust me or really just don't like Cheat Engine or something, I do have another video explaining how to do this legitimately. It also explains a decent amount of speedrun tricks. It might be good if you just want to get some basic practice done to follow that too. But it does take a lot longer, 1.5 to 2 hours instead of... Well, this video will be a bit longer, but about 5 minutes of the solution. Anyway, the very first thing you're going to have to do is delete Steam Cloud. Not delete, disable Steam Cloud. This is because if you want to delete the save file, this method is kind of experimental, so it's better if everyone starts off in the same place. We want to delete the save file, which would just be re-downloaded to Steam Cloud as well. So I already have it disabled because I mess with the save files a lot. And you're going to go to your main Steam folder here. But this is not necessarily the one where you installed Talos to, so you have nothing in my folder here. And you're going to go to userdata, your user ID, 257510, which is Talos' app ID, remote. I will put this full path in the description so you can just copy paste that most likely. Anyway, in this folder I already have a backup, but we're going to ignore that for now. I'm not going to use it for this at all. All you have to do is delete these two files here, playerprofile.dat and .dat.backup. You can also delete the editor and moddable versions if you want, but I never do runs in them, so I have no need for the flags there. Anyway, as soon as you've done that, you can just start the game. And I'm also going to launch Cheat Engine while that's loading, because it requires admin and that makes my screen go blank. Cheat Engine might give you a bit of a tutorial when you first launch it, but you can just exit out of that. I'll explain everything you need to know. Now, in Talos, you should see this error message once you click out of the first screen. Unable to load player profile save data, which we expect because we just deleted the save data. Weirdly, some of your options are saved in that save file, so you're going to have to go to your keybinds and set those up again, as well as your game options. But other stuff like your performance settings or your language will stay completely constant between save files. At this point, let's go start a new game, and now we can go into Cheat Engine. So you're going to press this button in the top left with the glowing outline, it says select a process to open, and then you're going to select Talos, and yes, keep the current address list. Now you should note the version you're running on. You can see here I'm playing on 226 like I said, and you're going to pick the heading here which is closest to the version you're playing on. So for example, if I was playing on 243 instead, it hasn't been tested here, but this heading should still work because it's the closest. And you're going to find the box next to that heading and you're just going to tick it, and you should see a red cross go through. If it doesn't, like if I try to press this, you'll see nothing happens. That means you've probably just selected the wrong heading for your version, or maybe using a weird version when none of the headings work. In any case, once you activate the heading, you should see these numbers suddenly jump to 0, 0, and 2 question marks still. And we're going to verify that's just in the right place by reading a QR. Let's just do this intended because it's not too slow and don't need to do any tricky parkour or anything. Right, so you're going to come up to this QR and just read it. And you should notice, up to a second later, this updates here to say 1. Cheat Engine only updates once a second, so if you get it right after it updates, it takes a while to update again. In any case, now we're going to grab the extra jammer just for the next bit. Technically the game can crash, which would make you lose it, but doesn't really matter. Because the game can crash, we're just going to go through this doorway to get a checkpoint just in case, and then go back into Cheat Engine here, and set your QR count, double click the 1 here, set it to 82 instead. Then just read this QR. And interestingly, it still stays at 82, that happens sometimes. If that happens, this is what the jam's for. You're going to come up to this rock here, and do an item jump to get up it. So that's just you. Let me actually switch to my scene with keybind so you can see it. You hold back against the wall, drop the jammer and jump at the same time, and then you quickly grab the jammer again and drop it again to get pushed up here. You can just let it fall down too, then it's just going to jump straight over this wall. And then let's go back to this view. Let's try reading these QRs. There we go, 83. And when that happens, all you need to do is get a checkpoint, and now it's permanently saved to your save file. So walking through that purple there did it. Then we're going to head over to A5 to quickly get the other flag for audio logs. So just pick up this audio log, and you should notice this switches to a bunch of zeros then a 4. If you pick up a different audio log, it'll be a different number, but you should see a number here at least. And when that happens, you're just going to change it to what's in the brackets again, so it's a 3 followed by 5 Fs. Okay, and then once again, just get a checkpoint to save it. And it's permanently saved now. Now, also note that I have a document count heading here. Unfortunately, editing this is very crashy, so I've never actually gotten it to save the new value. But if you're just going through the game, you can use that value to track how close you are to getting everything. So, I actually need to go for Milton, I won't do this now, but you could see if I read 1 that would go up by 1, like normal. In any case, right now, let's just confirm that it saved stuff by restarting the game. This means you need to reattach Cheat Engine to Talus, so select the process to open again, select Talus again, keep everything, and disable them without executing them here, select yes. If you already click this off again, it doesn't really matter. But then you'll see as soon as we're on the main menu, you see the exact values we put in before, 0, 83, 3, FFFF. So everything worked fine. Should probably make a backup of the save file in case it gets deleted again, but you can just start running.